Welcome back, everybody, to more Shadowrun Returns Dragonfall, where literally apocalypse has been summoned upon our group. That's what its name is. I don't know what to tell you. We've broken into the lab that we were supposed to break into, but there was a bunch of blood mages here, making life awful for us. Nope, not going to be able to do that. Can heal glory, though. Finally, got him down. Let's see, that's a 51% chance. If I switch back to the Mossberg, is it a better chance? Yeah, 85 chance. Where'd the apocalypse go? Did it get desummoned? I don't know if AP to healer. See, I can at least Dragon Idol, which gives her some damage resist at least. Stop that! Those things are creepy! I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're out of... Did that use up everything? Okay. First things first, give yourself a med kit. Second things second, go kick his butt. Okay, don't have enough to kick his butt. Did no one hit the apocalypse thing? Don't! Ah! Well, that drone's dead. Yep. I've still got 2 more, contracts that I can rip through here. Yeah, I'm not surprised. There, that should take care of the apocalypse on the next turn. Bunny hopper. Just run, man. You're not gonna do anyone any good with that. Who are you? No one. Shut up. Barely healed me at all. Why can I just not hit anything? Wait, how is it still around? So... Get over there and kick him. What is Dragon Slayer's favor? Concentrates memory to create an effect similar to a ley line. She only has... I like how it had to go all the way around. You get aimed because no one's hitting for crap. Now it disappeared. Jeez. This terminal has been locked. It doesn't seem to be any way to unlock it from here. It's connected to a number of tunnels. I can unlock the terminal from there, but almost certainly raise an alarm. Well, then we're not doing that. I know, the whole thing is I could probably go in here and save these people. I don't know what's been happened to them. I don't know what they've been doing down here. That is very much a... It's more dangerous to let them go than just, you know, nuke the thing from orbit and call it good. I know, it sucks. It's an awful thing to do, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't have any better options right this second. Especially since if it would raise an alarm, because, quite frankly, no. Yeah, disable the safety overrides, then overload the generators. Zolitol. Okay, what was it? Ansel told me. Zolotl. Zolotl. Warning, disengaging safety parameters while generators are in operation, not recommended. Do it! Override them! A terminal process, this is at your command. An instant later, the high-pitched screeching of noise erupts from the generators. Tremors rock the facility, shaking the ground underneath your feet. Over the building's speakers, a synthesized female voice repeatedly states the obvious. Generator overload imminent. Please evacuate. That's done it. Come on, boss. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, 7 turns. We could have probably, like, hacked the thing and then ran the heck out of here. I was waiting for there to be like one more fight just in this next room. Another locked door. Wonderful. Oh, so now I have to hack this thing too. Okay. Replace that with the clear all. You. Just gotta get through this. Does anyone have have eyes on anything here? No? Well, hello, gents. How are you doing? I hope this finds you well? Right, now let's go unlock the thing. Good. Get out. Go. Run. Everything's about to blow up. And I don't want it to be my fault. Done. Out. Peace. We failed one objective. This I admit. We didn't get the thing for the phone people. I don't remember what their names are. It's like 15 letters long and something in German. And I'm terrible at foreign languages. We've established that. Moving on, we're calling them the phone people. There's the lodge people and the phone people. We did the lodge people's job, though, so that should net us some extra income, which is good, because we're going to have to replace our drone. Gradually, the ringing in your ears clears and the world comes into focus. The generator overload did its job, just as Frau Muller said it would. The Aaaaand technology facility has been reduced to a smoldering crater strewn in a chaotic jumble of cracked marble, melting plastic, and broken support beams. You can barely make out the faint wail of approaching sirens. They're still far away. They won't be for long. It's funny. I've heard lots of rumors about the Aazis over the years. Stories making monsters and consorting with evil spirits, that sort of thing. I always assumed it was a bit of an urban legend at best. Xenophobia at worst. Definitely not true at any rate. Looks like I was wrong. The Aazis are boogeymen. Just like the stories say. It's enough to make a man rethink some things. Do we have anything to worry about, Dietrich? Any chance that Aaaaand Technology Corporate could use blood magic to track us? After an explosion like that, he brushes off an errant flake of ash off his shoulder. Nah, boss, not a chance. Anything we might have left behind, blood, skin, air, it's been cooked right through. We'll be fine after we clear out of here. Sirens grow louder. They're accompanied by another sound, a whine of approaching rotorcraft. What they were doing in there was wrong. More than that, it was terrible. They had to be stopped, and we stopped them. It's as simple as that. We can talk about this later. We don't want to be here when those response vehicles arrive. She puts a hand on your shoulder. Come on, Half-Lady Jaxie. Let's get back home. Eiger approval unlocked! Do-do-do-do! I got the hand on the shoulder. That's, I mean, we're like one level away from fist bump. This is going to be so good. Memories of the explosion that toppled the Aaaaand technology facility keep you company on the ride back to the cruise bazaar. You barely managed to outrun the blast. Now the facility lies under thousands of kilograms of twisted rebar and reinforced concrete. No doubt how considerable blown to Aaaaand Technology's activities here in Berlin. Mission successful. It's time to get paid. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We just Johnny Silverhand this thing. Okay, granted, lore-wise, it was more of a Morgan Blackhand job, but Johnny was there. Your PDA rings and the face of your fixer, Paul Amsel, appears on your screen. I have uncovered some terrible information. The team is assembled at the safe house. Please meet us there when you are able. The heck happened? First we gotta go talk to Luca that we did the, My drone's back! Oh, this is the safe house. Don't want to be here yet. Where is the... Yeah, where's the white dot? That's Lane. Usually Luca's over by the, yeah, over here. He's in the cafe usually, last time I saw him. Yeah, there he is. Welcome back, runner. Talk to that exec. He'll fall in line after he get his pants dry cleaned. Excellent work. Perhaps you do have a future in this town. Here's your pay. So, we could go and do the horrible news. Or we could do really quick, try and do the AG Chemi Europa job. Which is the last side job we had. Because I don't know if we go... I mean, it really kind of talk to Amsel. It's kind of seemed like a, you know... Let's get a charisma upgrade. Like, we're running into... dangerous territory. Of getting into, like, locked out of various, like, side jobs and everything. So I might go and... Okay, real quick. Can I see my character sheet here? No, can I see my inventory? Thank you. We've only got, like, $1,000. And the fact that we're kind of getting to the end of all of our party members' levels here. Yeah, sharpshooter. Gain a custom sniper rifle. Thank you. AoE radius of Dietrich's Electrocore spell is increased by 1 tile in all directions. Electrocore will now only cast 1 AP to cast. That sounds like a much better option. Gain ability, Revive. Use her Adrenal Pump on a down ally to bring him back up at 25%. Yes! Oh yeah, Blitz is a guy. Yeah, sure, he can have a better deck. I don't care. I never bring him along anyway. So let's go do that Eurochemical job, because I don't think that was... I think that was a pretty simple job. That was just kind of like a smash and grab one, right? Oh, we just need to grab a prototype. Monolithic, plastic, sterile. The Berlin offices of AG Chemie Europa is all these things and more. The worst qualities of a modern corporate culture, all mixed into a toxic stew and sluiced into a single prefab office building. Thankfully, you shouldn't have to stay long. According to the intel that your client provided, there should be a simple smash and grab operation. Yes! Called it on the smash and grab. And you've been given tools to carry it out with a minimum amount of fuss. The MK6 prototype, whatever it is, waits you on the 25th floor. Time to go grab it. Do I have a backup drone anywhere? Drones. No, I don't have a backup drone. Do I have... I mean, I have a basic med kit that I can put on. And some advanced med kits I can take with me just in case. Incoming damage reduced by 4 for 5 rounds. Strength reduced by 1. I could take that. I keep forgetting to take the drugs. They don't have, like, negative side effects. I mean, some of them do. Like, this one's like, add strength, willpower, but charisma and intelligence down for 5 rounds. Not great for a decker. But plus 3 AP and plus 2 movement for 1 round. Yeah, sure. I can use that. What's this thing? After a few moments of sifting through the cables, you find a diagnostics connector with the right input to fit the little black box that Herr Schmidt gave you. Plug in the little black box. The connector slips into the box with a satisfying click. Oh, I know that click. I know exactly what they're talking about. It's like when you perfectly slot in RAM and everything just kind of, oh, and it fits in so snug. It's like, ooh. You see, children, RAM is something that you used to put into computers back before AI ruined everything. A tiny red light set into the box's lid and begins flashing. After a few seconds, it turns solid yellow and then finally shifts to green. At that instant, all of the lights in the garage turn off. A few seconds later, the emergency lights kick in. If what Schmidt told you is true, you've just killed the main power to most of the building. The thing in the other corner said I turned off security. I mean, I guess that would overlap, but... In theory, the box has also circumvented the security cameras on the building's upper floors. You should be able to intercept the camera feeds by tapping into the elevator console on the 24th floor. Handy little thing. Alright, let's go, team. Let's go, teamwork. Send it to the stash. You know, it's going to be a simple smash and grab. Just one of those things where nothing ever goes wrong. Without warning, your comlink screen bursts into static and you hear the telltale series of clicks. Someone has established an audio connection to your comlink. A moment later, a sonorous voice speaks through your ear. You recognize it instantly. It's your lodge contact, Luca Dwyer. Ah, F Lady Jack Z. Do not speak, just listen. I have a proposition for you. I understand that your team is currently en route to retrieve a package, the Mark 6 prototype, if I'm not mistaken. My associates and I are interested in acquiring the Mark 6 for our own studies. We would like you to deliver the device to us. Once you've acquired the Mark 6, you will then proceed back to the garage as planned. There you will find a transport parked beside your client's van. Load the Mark 6 into the transport and you will be rewarded. Herr Schmidt will also be dealt with to protect you from reprisal. To accept our offer, simply proceed as instructed and return the prototype to us. Please note that we need the Mark 6 in undamaged condition. If it is not in full working order, it's useless to us. As you know, our organization takes good care of its friends. It would be out of your advantage to help us. Good day. The line goes dead with a click. A moment later, the sound of your teammates' calm chatter floods back into your ears. Say nothing. I don't know which we're going to take in the terms of this job. Probably going with the lodge would probably be the most beneficial because it helps with future contract type of work, whereas Herr Schmidt is a one-time job. Yes, we're breaking the deal of the contract, but at the same time, it's more advantageous to us to do this. And if the lodge has agreed to deal with Herr Schmidt, less dirt on our hands and less chance that it's going to hurt our rep. Iger indicates a console built into the wall besides the elevator. This looks like the elevator console. The camera feeds should have been routed here. This only takes a moment to connect your PDA. This PDA does everything, man. That's insane. And immediately visual feeds from all over the building begin flooding in. Yeah, definitely a handy little toy. Now I really want one. Okay, so with the security cameras turned on, we can see anywhere the security cameras are. What are we supposed to find? Reach the 25th floor. There's security people. Want to avoid them. Want to find stairs? Is that a person hiding behind there? I can't tell. Looks like just some boxes and crates, but it could be a person. And there's a dead person. So far, don't see anything that looks like the way to get to the 25th floor. So I guess we just start poking. warning light strobes out from the console as you approach. Large white letters shriek out against the red background. Warning, toxic contaminate detected. COC-12 phosgene gas? Hazardous material override engaged. Laboratory entrances locked down. Purge lot air? This action will result in the venting of contaminants to the exterior atmosphere. Oh, I don't have enough to fake it. Network access unavailable. Use direct terminal access in the data store. And really, if we had good enough skills, we could probably hack our way into there and open the door and go and get all the goodies. I'm wondering if that was because we killed the power to the building. Search the archive. Phosgene. COCI2. Commonly known as phosgene gas, a highly toxic, colorless gas that gained infamy for its use as a chemical weapon during the First World War. It was also valued as an industrial reagent and as a building block from which the pharmaceuticals and other organic compounds can be synthesized. In low concentrations, its odor is reminiscent of freshly cut grass. Its odor detection threshold for phosgene is 0.4 ppm, 4 times the threshold limit value. Phosgene-related deaths are generally caused by the interaction of the gas and the proteins in the pulmonary alveoli. I love that pasta! The end result of this interaction is the destruction of the blood-air barrier, preventing the transmission of oxygen to the blood. Death by suffocation inevitably follows. It is highly recommended that any play working in and around the gas wear a detector badge, suitable supply of NaHCO3 sodium bicarbonate for liquid phosgene and NH3 ammonia for gaseous phosgene must be kept on hand to neutralize spills and leakages. Oh, fantastic! So we need ammonia to neutralize it. Introduce a gaseous thing. Ammonia. Disengage lockdown. Heck yeah! We solved the puzzle. Scientist lays dead on a small pile of smashed glass. Number of beakers have been knocked over. The computer is powered on but in sleep mode. When the screen comes to life, you find a half-written text file. Timestamp of the most read it tells you it was written just a few minutes ago. Yeah, we did this. I didn't sleep last night. Doesn't look like I'm going to sleep tonight either. The last batch test failed. My fault. I got the mixture wrong. Sloppy work, Jensen. I could barely keep my eyes open. I gotta try again. No excuses in this office. I despise relying on stimulants, but I got no choice. Gotta keep going. Progress marches on. This feels very real. Starting a new batch. If Hossifer's pet isn't ready to be tested tomorrow, well, best not think about it. Gotta concentrate. Remember lab safety. Keep alert. Keep awake. One wrong move spelled. Alright. Formula 17. Who names these things? Formula 17? They have no imagination at all, honestly. Still can't wait to work with it. From what I've read, early clinical trials are promising to the extreme. Amazingly potent in this stuff. The increased potency means less frequent injections at a lower dosage. There's nothing like it. Despite my enthusiasm, there's still much to be done. Speeding up the absorption rate is first on the list. I have some concerns regarding the subject's immune reactions. Tailoring doses to individual patients has worked wonders. The key was taking a gene therapy-based approach. They've been using it as medicine for ages. Why not play the same logic here? In a nutshell, I used the subject's own DNA to delude their immune system into believing that Formula 17 belongs in their body. Nothing can go wrong with that. Simple and effective. This approach has helped increase the formula's absorption rate as well as significant reducing the incidences of rejection. Unfortunately, it also rules out easily mass-produced product. A week! He waits an entire week for telling me that the tailoring the mixture is an unacceptable solution. Then he tells me the trials are to begin tomorrow. There's no time, and Geisbrecht is applying so much pressure that I can barely think, bastard. Hoscheffer is probably threatening him. All of them can rot. Maybe now that Hoscheffer is playing the heat the sheets with Geisenberg's secretary, he'll learn to lighten up. We can only hope. Anyway, time to move forward with the formula. Admittedly, it's far-fetched, possibly even dangerous, but don't start producing some results. I get the feeling it won't be my problem much longer. It's science time. Send that to the stash. Send that to the stash. On the counter is a note in neat handwriting. The paper bears the letterhead of Senior Executive Leonard Stromberg. I'm still waiting for that report. When I said ASAP, I meant I needed it yesterday. Stay until you've completed the test and then leave the report on my desk. The door code is 54139. Do this tonight. I expect to see you waiting for me when I arrive tomorrow. Sweet! We got the door code to something. Send that to the stash. Well, at least this is good for stocking up after that last job. Grab a bottle for the road. Cheap booze. Sweet. Terminal appears unremarkable. It's password locked. On closer inspection, you notice something interspersed among the colorful bouncing sprites of the screensaver. There's a symbol you recognize. The dead drop marker of the Shock Weilenreiter. As you study the display, a green light winks on above the terminal's display, the recording light of a pinhole camera. The screensaver disappears and the screen floods with flickering text. Schockenweiler contributor 1432 recognized. Welcome, Half-Lady Jack Z. So they're not mad at me! This is an open request for information about the projects and materials prototypes being developed at this facility. It is known that the synthetic drug here is being developed here in the support of a project called Atlas. In addition, the functional prototype Mark 6 has been developed. The first contributor to provide us with all the project data for Atlas, the chemical formula for the new drug, and the visual records of the Mark 6 will be handsomely rewarded. All 3 pieces of information are required for the payout. AG Chemi Europa is known to be a heartless corporation with little regard to metahuman safety or morality. They guard their secrets jealously and seek to hoard all information gained for themselves. This behavior cannot be allowed to go unpunished. What they know, all shall know. No longer hide their secrets in the shadows. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information. Shock Wellenreiter. What was this code we found? We found it somewhere, right? Mission items. 54139. 54139. Search the desk. Stack of business cards say that this belongs to Annika Schroeder. Cursory search between the desk drawers are searchful of lewd love notes, all hastily written in scraps of office stationery. Rummage through the notes. Exploring Annika's desk is like embarking on an odyssey of filth. 30 seconds in, you've already learned 3 new euphemisms for sex in a storage closet. I'm betting one is a fish in the lockbox. Betcha. As well as exciting new definitions of variety new common office terms. Thankfully, your search also turns up some more immediate value. A scrap of paper with a name and a 5-digit code. Hoshifer 84792. Let's search this desk. Ooh, Project Atlas. The folder is empty except for a single note. Moved to digital archive, locked under executive authorization. Oh, come on. I'm assuming this is the digital archive, maybe? Search the archive. Atlas. Authorization code. Well, we did have this number that we just found. I don't know if it'll get us the authorization code, but 84792. 84792. Oh, we know it does work. Welcome, Herr Haushofer. Let's see. I have a attempt to decipher it. The scan that I achieved collating it in your head as you go. Within a few seconds, a picture begins to form mine. From what you can tell, the ultimate goal of Project Atlas is to circumvent the effect of essence loss in human metahuman subjects. Apparently, a number of working prototypes have been built over the years to test the theories moving forward to the project scientists. The most recent of these has been designated Mark 6. The report isn't all sunshine and rainbows, however. There are death reports in here. Mortality rate amongst these tests are appallingly high. The report also makes reference to a Formula 17, a substance that's being developed in support of Project Atlas. Access the visual record. VP authorization required. Oh. I don't have the VP. Conduct another search. Formula 17. What was the code again? 84792. 84792. Formula 17 seems to be a drug designed to suppress higher brain function, specifically those who function of the emotional responses and decision-making skills. From what you can tell, the overall purpose of the drug is to render a subject submissive and pliant. Oh. The notes go to suggest that Formula 17 was developed as a component of a larger project called Atlas. Apparently, Project Atlas has something to do with the cybernetic augmentation. Formula 17 was developed to help reduce the incidence of rejection in Project Atlas's test subjects. So they essentially just lobotomized it to make sure that they don't complain about, like, the cybernetic implants. Recent trials of the formula have been extremely encouraging. While initially a serious concern, fatalities have recently dropped to a statistically insignificant level. The document is accompanied by a fairly extensive record of testing performed on metahuman subjects, along with death records of over the course of the project. Shock Willenwriter will be interested in this information. According to their charter, sharing this information with the world will be a top priority. In the wrong hands, however, this formula could cause immense harm. Well, one of them gets me paid. Alright, so is that 2 of 3? Okay. Wait, spend karma. Can I get my decking up to 6? No. Darn. So if I get my decking up to 6, I could hack into that one without getting the VP authorization. Trying to figure out where I would get the VP authorization from. Probably not. I mean, honestly, probably. Also, we haven't found a way upstairs yet. Oh. That's probably the way upstairs. But I want to keep exploring. I want to find out all the dirty little corporate secrets. They have a copy machine! I knew it! J'accuse!